Hi.
On the menu today,
Mummy, what have you bought me?
Welcome.
I know you're not talking to me, but I promise he's not going to replace you. I promise. He's just joining us on some videos so that he doesn't feel left out. Oh, hello chip dippers. Welcome to Retro Recipes and another retro recipe reheated, where underrated and overlooked videos get a new lease of life with cool updates and much more. And today it's the turn of one of my favorite projects of all time, which also happened to be one of my first, meaning it didn't actually get many views, and also meaning I made the foolish mistake of splitting it into 6 parts, which would have taken you about 3 hours to watch. And the project is to turn this, that's right, thank you for your help, the Commodore Music Maker into something a bit more like this. The Akai MPK Mini Mark II Special Edition, Limited Edition Red. I could go on forever. With its, of course, dials here, so we can add some potentiometer dials to our music maker as well. And the ultimate goal is to, thank you for your help again, try and play the SID chip on the Commodore 64 live using Synth Card itself. That smell good? She loves SID chips. So please sit back and enjoy the Commodore Music Maker Upgrade Special Edition Remastered Director's Cut Redux. You get the idea. And let's make beautiful music together as we twiddle our knobs.
Hi.
Well, I thought it'd be fun to just start off and have a quick look at what we get inside the box of this illustrious device. We get a piece of plastic. Seem to only come on tape. It's very hard for people to find these on disc. Ironic really that a program that lets you make music came on cassette, including the hit song, When I'm 64. I hope that they got permission. Welcome to Music Maker. In this, the first of an exciting series of music programs, you will be introduced to the fascinating world of music. Well, I already knew what music was, but... And then this is the Start Playing keyboard. A melody played on the keyboard is a sequence of musical tones. Ooh, what's this? Keyboard stickers? That's very nice that these have never been used. Well, we'll put this to one side. So first up, these are the potentiometers. And pretty simple thing. It just turns and sends a different variant of that current through to the pin. And here's the wiring diagram that I'm going to be using for these. This is hopefully a 9-pin cable inside there, and actually wire that into the side. And I'll be using a little grommet, won't be using Wallace on this occasion, just to go around that cable. This is a special all-surface primer, and I'm assured that you don't actually need to sand down the surface. So we'll be trying that, and the black. 15-minute fast dry, any angle. So I'm going to trim off his legs here.
No, please.
Now, a useful tip if you are going to drill and you don't want the drill bits sliding all over, you can use any kind of sharp point and just make a little starter. Just push firmly. So then you have a nice notch for the tip of the drill bit to rest in. Nice and easy number 1, drill mode. And just go really slow, okay? I'm telling you, but actually I'm telling myself. Okay, so this should just drop in. Oh, that's actually nice and firm. That's going to push in beautifully. Yeah, perfect. So that's what's going to come through. Nice and straight, and eventually our potentiometer knob. There you go, a little taster of things to come. Let's get this cleaned up and ready for painting. Says shake for 1 minute. Well, I'm going to let the primer dry for 30 minutes, but Kind of looks pretty good like this. And then for me, perhaps one of the most interesting parts of this project is painting these black keys red. Okay, well, we are getting a sense of how it's going to look now. I think I just need one more coat on a couple of pieces. And while we wait for all that to dry a little more, I'm going to go and have a look at the wiring of the potentiometers. So basically, we have to identify the wires in this plug. So as you can see in the diagram, the ones we have to hook up are pot 1, pot 2, and the plus 5 volts DC. So 5 volts should be this pin. So touch our multimeter pin. And then pin 5 should be pot 1. First time lucky. And that just leaves pot 2, this color, which I call yellow. Looking at things from this angle, our 5 volt line is third, or the first pin. And pot 1, pink, is going to be on the left. So that one we're going to wire in like this. And I'd like to say that my soldering skills have improved since I made this video, but I'd be lying. But some people who always get it right are PCB way. And while I solder that tiny teeny little PCB, if you want to get your own PCBs from just $5, give them a call. Well, go to their website, because as we all know, PCB stands for Perifractics Clumsy Butch, doesn't it? Now we know it's safe to plug into the Commodore. So up on the screen, I'm using a program called SynthCard, and it also supports, more importantly, the Commodore Music Maker. There we go. Oh. The doctor will see you now, because it's pretty clingy. It's nice. It's usually hard to find the end of a roll of sticky tape, let alone when you've painted over it. There we go. And the finishing touch. There it is. Things have had a couple of hours just to touch dry, and I think you'll agree, this is looking rather snazzy. These are very nice and glossy red, aren't they? That is cool. It's definitely going to be groovy. Now, to start off the finishing touches, I used a fine-tipped white Sharpie paint pen and just filled in the top raised section of the logo. So now I need to make a hole here for the grommet. Yeah! There we go. Great, so that won't come out. I'm going to put the keyboard in. This is kind of the moment I've been waiting for. So I was thinking about naming this, and Commodore Music Maker, CMM. This is like version 2, and it's red. And put the little equals sign from the Commodore logo, E equals MC squared. Let's get these lovely shiny red keys in there. These should go in a bit easier. Oh, I want to play this so badly. Gave me chills. This is everything that I wanted it to be, and soon it will be more. Look what I got. Like a kid in a candy shop store, depending if you're American. Which to go with? Well, surprise. I already decided on these. I think I'm going to switch that for yellow. Babe, would you like some sweets? I got them from the sweet shop.
First of all, that's candy from the candy store. And second of all, those are actually potentiometers, not candy.
Do you call them potentiometers here?
Yeah. What do you call them?
The knobby twiddlers.
Whoa. You cannot say that in front of my parents.
Do you want a knobby twiddler?
Oh my god.
Oh, you do? Okay, here you go. Okay, get your knobby twiddlers. Nom, 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 nom. Puppy Factory the second. You getting your sweets from the sweet shop? Press the button. Press the button. Good dog. What about Puppy Factory the third? Yeah, very clever. You're very clever doggies. Oh yeah. Enjoy your sweets from your sweet shop.
From the candy store.
So one of the guides that I followed told me to use 250k potentiometers. And I did that, soldered them in, glued them in, and of course, they're wrong. They would only turn up about a quarter or a third of the way. So I switched them to 500k logarithmic potentiometers, and these now give me full control of the filters. Looks like a normal roll of tape. Look how thin it is. This is pinstriping tape, and hopefully it's going to help me put a little embellishment. Hey, and you know, if it goes wrong, we can just peel it off. Clean my hands so that we don't leave any residue on the sticky. The end is just as hard to find as any other roll of tape. Now, an exciting moment. We've got some LEDs arrived. Isn't LED really electrostatic sensitive? I think it is. Ah, yeah, this is what we want. And it has a resistor in line. Well, 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 well. What a suitably retro style LED that is. We have way more cable than we need. Well, which one to cut? This is pre-tinned, so yeah, I'll just do that. Reveal my handiwork here a little bit. So it doesn't matter that we already have a resistor on there. You can put them in series. So if you go to this website, it's actually a calculator. It'll tell you what kind of resistor you should put in a circuit if you're trying to drop down the power. So this is a 3.5 volt LED, and this is a 5 volt power. Doesn't matter which direction they go in. Shrink this down. Just imagine it's Christmas, 1983. You unwrap your gift. You take the lid off this.
Mummy, what have you bought me?
Oh, well, it's what you wanted. It's the CMM2 red.
Oh yes, Mummy, it is. It's just what I always wanted.
I just wish it came on disc.
and I found this pretty good value. Couldn't believe the instructions were printed out of focus. Still, I worked it out. You know, looking at this control surface, I think it needs one of those special little treatments. I was looking for some phrasing that was associated with the Commodore 64, but also played into the area of music. And, well, could only be this, couldn't it? Illuminating experience. Nearly there. Just having my lunch. Done it backwards, didn't I? So our light box is shaping up pretty nicely. Because we've arrived. So drop it, don't drop it, don't drop it. Yeah, so it had occurred to me that if I printed white on black, that the black would filter out any light, leaving only the white showing through. Well, let's see if it works. I'm hot, tired, and hungry. I'm gonna go have some ketchup.